Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to Marketing Your Small Firm Lunchtime Webinar Series. We're in part six, the sixth chapter of this webinar series, and we're focusing on advertising and promotions today. Okay, I am Chevanie Chevers White, Marketing Manager for Night Vision Media Limited. For those of you who are just joining us, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm part owner for Night Vision Media Limited. I'm also a marketer. Um, Studied at the Mona School of Business, or at least it was then called Mona School of Business. Did my MBA and concentrated in marketing. I'm a graphic designer as well. I lecture at the University of the West Indies and at the VTDI at Heart Trust NTA. And I lecture various types of courses like graphic design, Photoshop, Illustrator, communications, software engineering, um, business development, those type of courses, right? And then of course the two big jobs. I'm a wife and a mom, a beautiful little 3-year-old, right? All right, so if you missed it, last month we looked at communications and we narrowed in on external communications. And then the month before that, topic 4, we looked at project management and using project management tools to solidify your operations. We looked at internal operations, and that was the topic 3. And that looked at the type of environment that you're setting up for your workplace. And then the second topic that we had covered was resource selection, which looked at the human resources and the type of equipment that you employ within your organization and how that can affect your operation. All right, so today we're going to be looking at the exciting topic of advertising and promotions, right? Because most people, when you think of marketing, that's usually where you go to. Oh, it's advertising and promoting. And if you have joined us for this webinar series, you can see that marketing spans a lot further than just advertising and promotions, right? Anywho, so why advertise? To let others know about you. That's just the essence of advertising and promotions. Here I am. This is what I do. Come and check us out. That's the essence of advertising, right? And promotions is just introducing the product or the service to onlookers and to spectators, to the general public, or to a narrow field of persons. So that's what we are doing. In this session, we're going to be looking at advertising and promotions. All right. And you can do that through two different means, traditional media and non-traditional media. Basically, it doesn't matter which one you choose. Basically, what we're looking at is they must know about you to buy from you, right? So you choose which type of media you want, but at the end of the day, what you're looking at is they must know about you to buy from you. If they don't know you, they can't buy from you, right? So I just introduced these concepts of traditional media and non-traditional media, and there are tons of options available to us. So the question always comes up: where should I advertise? And in traditional media, we know we have the newspapers that are available to us, television, radio, and there's a whole lot more. I just, I didn't list them all because it's impossible to list them all. Like magazines and billboards and those type of stuff. We also have this thing called affiliate marketing, and affiliate marketing is where the customer goes to someone else's organization and then finds out about your product, and the likelihood is either consume that product or come to you to find out more about your product or service, right? So KFC in Jamaica has this down, they have it down real good. KFC's specialization is making chicken, as we know, Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? But as a Jamaican consumer, once you go to any Jamaican KFC branch, um, you go in and your options for soda is the Pepsi line of flavors, right? And so that's similar to affiliate marketing because I went there for chicken. That's KFC's specialization. But yet when I go there, I'm introduced to another company's product and or service, right? And then of course word of mouth marketing, which in my opinion is the most powerful form of marketing that exists. At the end of the day, any form of advertising that we have developed or promotions that we have developed, it is communications from a stranger, right? And that doesn't connect as well with your customers than advertising from a friend or family member. And we do this all the time. You went to a mechanic and you had a good experience at the mechanic. You have a friend or a family member who needs the services of a mechanic, and you say, well, you know what? I've been using this mechanic for, forever. He's good. His prices are right, or he's really professional, and so based on your recommendation, your friend or family member decides to use this mechanic, right? Nothing surpasses word of mouth marketing. You just consume something that you loved it, you tasted it, and you're like, oh my God, this is great. And so you start to talk about it. Personally, my friends call me the pusher, right? And what I do is once I find a food, because I'm a foodie, right? Once I find something that tastes really good, I just tell my friends. I was like, listen, you have to try this. You're gonna love it. I'm not asking you. You just go, do it, eat it. Or if they visit me, if I know they're visiting me and I can get it in advance, I get it in advance, and I give it to them. And I'm like, okay, I bought this for you. You need to taste it, and then go and consume it. Okay, patronize the people. So what I'm getting to is word of mouth marketing is very powerful. Now, what's happening is traditional media is now trying to compete with non-traditional media, and so they have also stepped into a sort of pseudo-traditional, non-traditional media kind of thing going on for them. So you find the newspapers, they're actually on Twitter and tweeting the main topics or the main issues that are going on in Jamaica right now. For television, we find that you can get vlog class, video podcasts where you can subscribe to a show and watch a show at your convenience. And well, for me, when I see commercials on the television, automatically, if I like that commercial, I am going to YouTube. I'm going to like it on YouTube. I'm going to share it on my Facebook and on my Twitter, right? So you're finding television moving more to non-traditional as well. Same thing with radio. No longer do you have to sit down and listen to the program at that time. You can actually subscribe to a podcast for a radio program and listen to it at your convenience. Affiliate marketing is also, it is really taking off on the internet. You go to somebody else's website, and when they go on that website, they see an advertisement for your organization. Click on it and it goes to your website. So affiliate marketing is a hot ticket online today. And then of course now, as marketers, what we're trying to do, we're trying to replicate what is done with word of mouth marketing in the online arena. So of course everyone is aware of social media marketing. It's the new hot chick, it's the new hot ticket, it's the place to go. What I'll say to you, so I told you that we're trying to replicate this word of mouth marketing thing. if my memory is serving me correctly, it was Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola didn't create their Facebook page. What they did, some fans had created the Facebook page. Coca-Cola found it and said, okay, fine, run with it. Because they wanted to create a platform where fans of Coca-Cola could talk about Coca-Cola and how much they loved it, right? So again, replicating word of mouth marketing in the online arena. Another hot ticket is search engine optimization. And don't worry, when we get into next month's, in part 7 of this series, we're going to talk a little bit more about search engine optimization marketing, or SEO. And then video marketing. Oh my goodness, there are so many of them out there. And again, I am going to try my best to cover as much as I can in next month's session. But again, video marketing, we're finding a lot of homemade videos of people talking about their products, talking about their services, doing a demonstration video, posting them on YouTube so persons can recognize what they do, establish that they are a professional at whatever it is that you are viewing. So we're finding video marketing to, especially for small business owners, we're finding that video marketing through YouTube and through Vimeo, they are hot tickets, right? But I've just told you what is traditional media and non-traditional media, but I never told you where to advertise, which doesn't make any sense. And that's because I can't tell you where to advertise. It depends on your customers. This is something that as a marketer, you need to do this at all times. You need to prepare a customer profile or profiles of your customers or your ideal customer or your potential customer. If it is that you're going to have different types of persons coming into your organization to consume your product or to experience your service, then you need to have multiple profiles. But at the end of the day, you need to create a customer profile that details what or who this customer is. And we try to collect as much information as we can about these customers. So what's their age range? What's their income bracket? Where do they live? What level of education do they have? Where do they hang out? No, let's go back to level of education. Remember, advertising and promotions is simply communicating to your customers and your potential customers that you are here and this is what you do, right? Now, I call them spooky words, or, large words where you have to go to the dictionary to find out what their meanings are. I wouldn't recommend, if you know that the level of education for the majority of your customers are at the primary level. Let's just be as dramatic as possible. Let's say that you're promoting to adults, but you expect that their level of education stops at the primary level. Would you then use those large words to communicate to them? No, that doesn't make any sense, which is why you need to collect all of this information. Where do they hang out? When I go to the Sovereign Center, and this is a location in Jamaica, when I go to the Sovereign Center on a Saturday afternoon, I expect to see a lot of 14 to 16-year-olds. And the reason for that is they go to the movie theater at Sovereign Center. It's easy for them to go there because the bus stops right at Sovereign Center and they just walk over and go to the theater. If it is that I am promoting something to 14 to 16-year-olds, yes, I could go to their school and advertise to them. But guess what? I could also prepare some flyers, go to Sovereign Center, distribute some flyers, talk to the young people. I almost said kids. Talk to the young people and explain to them what's happening. So now you get a more personal touch just by knowing where they hang out. And this is why these questions are so important. You need to understand your customers. You need to understand their mindset. You need to understand what's going on in their head. Who are their influencers? So are they talking to their pastors? Are they talking to their parents? Are they talking to their teachers? Do they listen to persons who are big in the sporting arena, who are their influencers? Because again, if you know that, instead of, this is the reason why we use persons, popular persons, to advertise our products and services. Because if those people, if those customers listen to them, then if they follow what they do and then they endorse your product, the likelihood is they'll also consume your product or experience your service, right? What words do they use? This is a very important question. What words do they use? It makes no sense. Like, so back in my time, when I was in high school, we used to use the word dog all the time, right? So what, dog, everything all right, dog, right? Now, if it is that I'm going to try and communicate with high schoolers now and use the term dog, it would not connect with them at all. You with me? So now we would have to investigate what words are those young people using now. How are they talking to one another? How are they relating to each other? What are those keywords that they're using? So again, you can connect with them. They'll see your advertisement and then try and consume your product or experience your service, right? Do they have children? Because now you know their income bracket, but of course, if they have children, that's gonna affect that, right? How many children do they have? Do they drive? Do they read magazines? What is a day in the life of your customer? So when they wake up in the morning, what do they do? Do they eat breakfast or not? Do they buy takeout? Is it that their breakfast is just coffee? Try and understand, a day in the mind or in the life of your customer or your potential customer. When they go to work or when they go to school, what are they doing? During the lunchtime, what are they doing? Are they on the internet? Do they go out on the road? Do they buy lunch? Where are they going to buy lunch? Where are they going when they go on the internet? After school, after work, what are they doing? Are they hanging out somewhere? Are they going to pick up their kids? Are they going to a restaurant? What exactly is happening with your consumers? When they reach home, are they making their dinner at home? Are they watching the television? Are they listening to the radio? What time do they go to their bed? These sound like silly questions, but trust me when I tell you, the more you understand your customer, the better it is that you can prepare communication that will connect with them and place that communication at the appropriate location. So when we ask the question, where do we advertise? When you understand who it is that your customer is, when you go, oh, well, this customer they're always on the television, so it makes more sense for me to advertise on the television with them. And I'll advertise between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because that's the time that they reach home and they're cooking dinner for their family and they have on the TV at that time. So they'll see the advertisement at that time. You're starting to see where I'm going with this advertising thing, right? So the questions then to ask is, how often do they watch the TV? Or do they read? How often do they read the newspaper? How often do they listen to the radio or spend time on the internet or on social media networks? These questions are important because that's going to inform you as to where to advertise and what type of medium or media to use when advertising to your customers or potential customers, right? So remember what I said to you, that it's all about strategy. Marketing at the end of the day is all about strategy, right? So our strategy in regards to advertising and promoting is know your customers to connect with your customers. And at the end of the day, also in your communication, you need to answer the question, why would they choose your product or service over your competitors, right? So what we at Night Vision Media have done, we've organized a package for called the NV Virtual Office, and in package number 2, it's called the Advertiser. And what we have done, we've recognized that for small business owners, it's very difficult to advertise and promote your business, right? So we have organized this thing called the NV Customer Appreciation Fair, where everyone gets a booth. So it's like a customer appreciation, but no, it's all of our participating companies have a booth, and we invite persons, influencers, and we invite customers from all the participating companies, and we invite members of the public to come to this fair, and you're able to talk to them and promote your business. We also have a product called Envision Magazine, where you get a feature article within the Envision Magazine. We can do your online marketing, your email marketing. No, I'm recommending a custom email address, not because we're Night Vision Media and we supply that type of service. I'm recommending this service because at the end of the day, all of your actions are supposed to advertise your organization, advertise your firm. When you use an email address that says, myshop@yahoo.com or whatever at gmail.com or Hotmail or Live or whatever else, I don't know why you're using anything other than Gmail, but let's say you are. When you're using others, what you're doing is you're advertising Gmail, and you're advertising Hotmail and Yahoo and Live and all them stuff, and not advertising your own organization. So it should be your name. For instance, Chevanese.white@nightvisionmedia.com. It says who I am, and it advertises my website at the same time, my organization, right? So we recommend getting a custom email address. We also can provide you with various designs, your flyers, your business cards, your letterhead, right, all of which are designed to advertise your organization. Another design that we recommend is your logo. Now, again, I'm not recommending this because we're Night Vision Media and we provide logo services. I am recommending this because you are a small business owner and your logo represents your organization. That's the first thing, that's the first line of defense when advertising your organization. So don't just choose colors because you like those colors and they look pretty. Choose the colors because they connect with your audience. Choose imagery that's going to work with your customers, and not choose imagery just because you like it or you feel like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to use this because this is what I like. No, it is not your needs and wants that we are satisfying. We're satisfying the needs and wants for your customers. And this is why your logo design is so important. One more thing that I'll talk about is your custom website and your domain name. Much in the same way like your custom email address, you need to be at all times advertising your organization, right? And when you get a custom domain name and you develop a custom website, again, all of those efforts are linked to advertising your organization. When you create a Facebook page, and I'm not knocking the Facebook page, don't get me wrong, it's going to be facebook.com/organization name. You're advertising Facebook. You are not advertising your organization, right? And so we've developed this package at a minimal cost of $405 US. It's only $405 US per month. So, you can always find out more information on our virtual office at issue.com/NVVO. That's issue with 2 S's and 2 U's.com NV/NVVO. The next session, next month, July 20th, we'll be looking further on online marketing. And the following month, August 17th, we'll be looking at networking. Now, as usual, a recording of this session will be made available to you on our YouTube playlist, and this presentation is available on slideshare.net/Chevanese White. So you can always download the presentation at your convenience. If you have any questions for me at all, if you want to find out more information about our virtual office or just about Night Vision Media, or if you need a consultation, you're starting up a small firm or you have a small firm and you need some help along the way, you can always contact me on Twitter at Chevy NVML or on Facebook Chevas White. My email address, as I said to you, is chevanese.white@nightvisionmedia.com. So if you want to contact us, that's Night Vision Media Limited, you can pretty much find us, or tag, or handle is mynvml. So mynvml@nightvisionmedia.com. On Facebook, facebook.com/mynvml. On Twitter @mynvml. We're also on LinkedIn, so you can just search on Night Vision Media Limited. And our website is nvml.co. That's not a mistake. That's the domain name, nvml.co. Right? You can also contact us through the NV Virtual Office. It's located at 2 Fairway Avenue, Kingston 6. And the handle for that, for the virtual office, is the NVVO. So pretty much everything is the NVVO. So it's the NVVO at nightvisionmedia.com, facebook.com/the NVVO, Twitter is at the NVVO, Skype the NVVO. If you want to call us, it's 792-7107. That's a line phone number, and for Digicel 873-6635. I'd like to thank you for entertaining me for the last half an hour, and I hope to see you in our next session, scheduled for July 20th, where we're going to be looking at online marketing. Thank you for your time.